back on the bench we have my Amiga 1200. In previous videos I had to repair some liquid damage, recap the board. Now the machine's up and running fine. The only problem left was the floppy drive not reading any discs. Now I've spent a bit of time trying to get it going and just no joy at all, even using known working floppy disks in the drive. It just won't read them at all. So what I did was I bought a PC drive on eBay. So Mitsumi D353M3, and I also found a web page where you can do a modification to the board to get that working, and hopefully that will be Amiga up and running. I did have a sort of quick check on how this drive would sit, and I'll probably have to take that much off the eject button because it is interfering with the edge of the case. I'd rather not modify the case itself. I'd rather make an adjustment to that. We'll probably have to slice off a section along the front of the drive as well for it to fit with the lid on. Right, so I think we'll get things going. We'll get this drive opened up, modified, and we'll take it from there. Okay, let's make a start. So we'll have to get into the bottom here. Right, let's see how this is going to come off. I'm saying there's no screws, when in actual fact there is. One here. And one here. One at the back. Oh, don't need the back one. There we go. That's that off. And now we have access to the board. So, looking at the instructions and diagram, we're going to be, see how far in I can zoom. Right, going to be running a wire from this trace here to 1, 2, 3, and this pin here. So from there to there, we're going to be cutting this track here completely, and we'll be running a link wire from here over to you can see that in the picture. 10.3, so with this end, I think that's a 0 ohm resistor. So really fairly straightforward. So let's get to it. Right, we'll be starting off by removing a part of this trace here just to break the circuit. I think I'm going to have to do it under the microscope so I can see it a little bit better. done, so we'll just check with the meter. So if we go for this pin here to, I think it goes up to this IC. In fact, I can just go to the other part of the trace, and nothing there, got it there, and nothing there. So that's that break done. Right, so next we will get a piece of wire. This is the one that's going to run from this pin up and round to there. That's a nice little section of Kynar wire, ready for that one. And the next one was going to run from here to this trace that comes up and round this corner, so we need to scrape back a little bit of the cone. So we can attach a link. Okay. I'll go back under the scope again for this. Right, okay, that's the wires in place. Get these wires nice and flat to the board. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of coating. Just when I've scraped that back. There we go. Right, so that's that done. That should be fine. Exactly as the instructions on the site. Right. So I'll get this back together. and we'll hook it up to the Amiga and we'll test whether or not the modification does in fact work, and we can get some discs loading. Then that all being good, I'll modify the button and the frame, and we'll see if we can piece it all neatly back together, and that should be that. Okay, let's give it a test. Okay, perfect. Looks like the modification works, as does the drive. So, just a case of making it fit, and that's pretty much it. Like I say, I'll probably have to Dremel the corner off of here, and this part at the front here, because it definitely fills against the upper case. So yeah, let's get that done. Right, just hoping this works. Smooth off any edges yet. Go. Yep, doesn't affect it any. And that should now fit into the chassis better. Now we also need to take off this front part here. I think we'll probably have to go back to about this line roughly. is, I'll do that outside, I think. I'll be back shortly once it's done. Right, that's us all back together. We'll give it one final test. And after the modifications, you can see the button, plenty of clearance there. So let's get this plugged back in. In. That sounds better. It's working fine. I don't have a mouse handy, so I can't have a little play around with it yet. But what I will do, get all the screws back in. I'm going to give the case a nice clean. It's not overly yellowed, this one, which is good. So it should clean up quite nice. But I'm not going to bore you with that. I'd say that was quite successful overall. We had a few bits of metal to remove from the drive to make it fit, but it does fit quite nice, so that's good. That's basically all that had to be removed. For that to fit. Right, so if you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to see more like it, then please subscribe. And if you hit the bell notification icon, you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.